Welcome back to Nighttime News. I'm Paxton Smith.
And I'm Ben Bruns.
The weather this week is very nice. High of 50 all throughout the week. People are wearing shorts to school. It's great. I love to see it. Track's starting, so that's fun to see. And we'll get started with some This Week in History.
With This Week in History, February 22nd, 1956, in Montgomery, Alabama, 80 participants in the 3-month-old bus boycott voluntarily gave themselves up for arrest after an ultimatum from white city leaders. Martin Luther King and Rosa Parks were among those arrested. Later in 1956, the U.S. Supreme Court mandated desegregation of the buses. On February 25th, in 1913, the 16th Amendment paved the way for the adoption of the federal income tax. And finally, February 27th, 1950, the 22nd Amendment to the U.S. Constitution was ratified, limiting the president to 2 terms or a maximum of 10 years in office.
Hi, I'm Lainey Pospichel, and I'm coming at you with some news. Tiger Woods was badly injured in a car crash on Tuesday morning. Number 1, Wisconsin, and number 4, Nebraska will play a key Big Ten volleyball series, and Nebraska reports fewer new COVID cases last week. This week's weekly goal is do a random act of kindness each day or every day. Asking someone how their day is going or telling them hi in the halls or at the grocery store will make their day so much better. You can ask about their family, their jobs, or about anything in general.
Yeah, you never know how somebody's day is going, and you never know how little, good words and nice words can change their day and change their outlook on the day. So make sure that you're being nice and you're trying to brighten somebody else's day up.
Hi, I'm Lainey Pospichel, and I'm here with Valerie Carroll for the RCHS Student Spotlight. How are you doing today, Valerie?
Good, how are you?
Good. So I'm going to start off by asking you some questions. What is your favorite, school memory?
Probably all the homecoming parades.
What is some advice you would like to give to, younger classmen?
Never procrastinate through school.
What are some of your favorite outside hobbies?
Usually working and hanging out with friends.
And now there are going to be some weird questions asked. Would you rather constantly have a bad taste in your mouth or a bad smell in your nose?
Probably a bad taste in my mouth so I can just rinse it out.
And would you rather have every song you ever listened to slowly turn into All Star by Smash Mouth, or every movie you ever watched slowly turn into Shrek?
Probably every movie slowly turn into Shrek because I listen to a lot of music and I don't really want it to all sound like All Star.
And that is it for the RCHS Student Spotlight.
This is our staff appreciation, Debbie Morrison. She's in the library. So how are you doing today, Debbie?
I'm doing good, thank you.
I got a few questions for you. So when did you start working at the high school, and how did it start?
I started working here in 1997, and I started working with special ed. I had one kid that I worked with one-on-one, and then I went from classroom to classroom and helped Mrs. Hall. And I've been in the library probably 5 years after Mrs. Kalp left.
All right. So what has been your favorite part about working here, or is there a particular memory that really sticks out to you when you think about your time at the high school?
I just love being part of the kids and trying to mentor them in some way and being part of their life and letting them know that I care.
All right. What's your favorite thing to do outside of school, your favorite hobby?
Probably walking and golfing. I love to go to the lake, but I don't get an opportunity to do that very often because my husband makes me work all the time.
All right. So what makes, coming to work every day kind of worth it? What makes it worth, just staying at the school and seeing all the kids and whatnot?
Showing them that when they come back to see me, or when I know that I've actually helped somebody, when they go, geez, Debbie, that was really nice. It's all because of you that I was able to do this.
All right. And then our one weird question today. Would you rather constantly have a bad taste in your mouth or constantly have a bad smell in your nose?
Probably a smell in my nose.
Fair. All right. Thank you, everybody. This was our staff appreciation. So if you do see Debbie this week, make sure you show her some appreciation and thank her for all the help that she's given our school. This week's Netflix binge is a show called The Crew. This show stars Kevin James, among other actors, and it is a story about a NASCAR crew that is in trouble because they have a new boss and he's kind of shaking things up and spicing things up in the garage. So if you haven't watched it, maybe you should give it a look. Maybe it's your kind of show.
I'm Ben Bruns coming at you with the Sports Spotlight. We'll start things off with some results from the state wrestling meet in Omaha last week. The Knights wrestling team had a great finish to their season. We had 4 wrestlers competing at the state meet. Tristan Kruger at 106 fell just short of a medal. Levi Lewis earning a 4th place medal at 152. Tommy Clemensrud earning a 5th place medal at 132. And Zach Dickow becoming the first ever North Central Wrestling state champion at 126. This past week, the boys basketball team began district play. The Knights first traveled to the host site of Neely Oakdale to take on the Summerlin Bobcats. The Knights took down the Bobcats in an overtime thriller by a final score of 57-56, moving them on to the second round to play the Neely Oakdale Warriors. Unfortunately, the Warriors took down the Knights 67-42, bringing an end to North Central's season. Finally, the Lady Knights basketball team plays in the district final game tonight at 7 p.m. in Battle Creek. The winner of this game will travel to Lincoln next week to compete in the state tournament. The Knights take on the Bancroft Rosaline Lions Decatur Wolverines.